Hi, this is Chad Gillis with Everglades Survival, and today I'm looking at some bushcraft knives in hopes of helping you decide which knife you may want to purchase in the future. And I'm going to start with classic Mora Companion. I put it in a leather sheath, a joker sheath that came with a Trampero. I've got a dangler with that, and it's got a ferrocerium rod as well as a striker. This is not a 90-degree spine, and it's stainless steel, so it's not going to strike, which is fine with me because I need stainless steel because I'm in a saltwater environment. I convex the edge on this one. This is going to cost you about $18. It has a really, really nice grip and a comfortable in a variety of positions. For a lot of people, this is the kind of the knife that started it all with modern bushcraft, and I think it fits that bill for me too, so I really like this one. Next, I'm going to look at an Audi. This, I think it's called the Metza or Forest knife. It has some, like an eagle here and some little engraving. It's a decent sheath. It's okay. It works. It's leather. I think I want a different one. It's got a wooden handle. It's a stick tang, but I do like the blade a lot. I think it is quality steel. It's probably 12C27, but it looks like it's been treated pretty well and heated pretty well, tempered well. So I will not baton with this because wooden handle, when you hit this in, the shock wave is going to go into the handle and eventually crack it. I've done that with several knives in the past, and I'm not going to do it with this one. So this is more of a light duty kind of knife, one you may carry with you fishing or hunting or something of that nature. And it'll run you about $65, $70. Next is another Mora. This is a fishing knife. Both the sheath and the knife float. This is a stainless steel 12C27. It's got a shorter Scandi grind. I love the design of this blade. It's in the polished steel. Has a cork handle. The handle's flexible. I don't like that, but I love the way the handle feels in the hand. It's comfortable in a variety of positions. I would not baton with this. I would not do heavy chores with it because it will break easily. I feel like I could break it with my hands right now. This is going to run you about $28 and be a specialty knife for fishing. Next, we have another Mora, the Bushcraft in orange. It has the sharpener and the ferrocerium rod. The sheath has multiple belt adaptations. I chose that one. I like this knife quite a bit. I like the shape of the blade. Not huge on this brushed 12C27 steel, but I really like the blade. The handle is rubberized and feels good in a variety of positions. I like this knife. I'm going to get a different sheath for it. I'm not a huge fan of the standard more plastic sheaths, but there's not a lot of sheaths out there that'll handle this extra kind of knob here that keeps your hands off the blade. So I like this knife pretty well. It's going to cost you about $55, $60. Next, we have a Martini Luku. This is a 250, it's a 250 is what they call it. It's got an engraved wilderness scene leather sheath that covers it. That's a nice knife for the kitchen. It's stainless. I think it's 12C27. It's got the pummel in here. It's a stick tang. I wouldn't baton with this either because as soon as you hit this end, it's going to send a shock wave through the handle. It's going to crack the handle. I've done it a bunch of times before, but these run about $70, I think it is. So next, we have an ESEE Zulu 1095 steel. It's a real beater. It'll take some abuse. Pretty comfortable in the hand. Not much blade there. I've used it a lot. It's been sharpened a lot. The sheath is effective. That's about it. Can't really put it on your belt. You'd need some sort of adapter or dangler to put on there. This is an okay knife. I think these are running like $80 now. I wouldn't pay that for one today. Here's an Enzo, another small neck knife, 12C27. And I like the blade shape okay. It takes a good edge. It's a kind of a small handle. Doesn't feel all that great in the hands. I wouldn't want to put a lot of pressure on this knife. It doesn't feel ultra safe. In the sheath, again, it's okay. Covers the knife. That's about it. Now to another ESEE, the Zancudo. This is I love the blade design. I love the shape of it. Not a huge fan of not a huge fan of the handles. Full tang. Don't really like the jimping on top. I don't really use that. Don't like the hole in the handle. Get the full version if you get one. It feels not great in the hands. It's small. I wouldn't want to put a lot of pressure on this knife either because it just doesn't give you a good grip. I've chipped the blade out quite a bit and just about ruined the knife by batoning, but I don't think this was made for batoning. But then again, it's a full tang blade. If it's a full tang, I'm going to baton with it, even if it's something maybe even that small. So ESEE Zancudo. These will run you $120 or something in that nature. And now I have a wood jewel. This is a skinning knife or a fillet knife. It has a picture of a salmon and then a guy fishing down at the bottom. It's a very skinny knife. It's the stainless 12C27 birch handles with some reindeer antler and leather. Stick tang. This is mostly for filleting, but you can use it for light duty camp chores as well, and you can use it for kitchen chores. No batoning, no heavy duty work there. This might be my favorite knife at the moment, the Mora Garberg. It's got a weird sharpener here, Ferrocerium rod. You can see where one dip into the sand has really eaten away at that. But I like the knife. The sheath's okay. I got another one in order for it. I made this convex edge. I like this knife a lot. It's got a 90-degree spine that strikes. This is the 14C28 steel. It's a higher grade than Mora typically uses. Love the handle. Feels good in a common variety of handholds. It just feels like a good sized knife. It feels just like the right size for me. And when I get a new sheath, I'm sure I'm going to really enjoy it. Next, I have an actual Joker Trampero in a Joker sheath. The sheath, pretty good. It doesn't happen to fit this knife well, but I like the Trampero. I love the handle. It's super, super comfortable. It feels just like a pool cue almost. It's so comfortable. I like the blade design. It's a flat grind with a single bevel. It's a nice knife that stands up to some pretty heavy duty work. It's a full tang. You can baton with this. If you're going to be batoning, I might get the Scandi version and convex the edge instead. I might do that anyway just for fun. So that's going to cost you about $80. So a good deal on the Joker Bushcraft knives. Next we have another ESEE. This goes for about $130, I think. This is the ESEE 3. The sheath is okay, holds the knife. The blade is a nice shape. I don't really like choils, don't like jimping. Not a huge fan of the handle. This is more of like a diving or fishing knife or cutting packages or kitchen kind of knife than like a bushcraft carving wood type of knife. So I like this for its uses and where its intended uses, but not a huge fan for out in the wilderness. Next, I have what many people wouldn't even consider a knife, but this is a very good cutting edge. It is a garden tool made in Japan, but it has a serrated edge and a super sharp opposite edge. This I got for digging holes for waste, for using the bathroom in the woods. We have to dig holes 6 inches on the Everglades Islands, and so this even has that measured out for you. And when it's time to go, it's time to grab this blade. I think I paid $18 for it, and it's got a decent sheath that will protect the blade and you. Next, I've got Mora Eldris. Nice knife, very small, light duty, good for carving, small kitchen chores. Don't baton with this. This is a small knife, but it has a knife handle, and it's the polished 12C27 steel. So there you go. There's a look at about 10 or so bushcraft knives, and I'm going to pick out a few of my favorites. Companion, the Garberg, and the Bushcraft. Those are my 3 favorite knives right now. Again, Chad Gillis with Everglades Survival. Please hit subscribe and like, and I will see you next time. Thanks, bye.